Last days at Forcados, chapter 11. Jimmy, you've been missing football practice. Bayo, Jimmy's friend asked. What's wrong? I've been busy. Okay. Hope you are coming for CK's bash tonight. Oh, I'd forgotten. Don't think I'll be there. Come on. When did you ever miss a party? It will be great. There will be a snooker and all the girls will be there. Jimmy hesitated and said, Bayo, don't you think there's more to life than just partying? Anyways, I want to study. Bayo looked at him in mock horror. You of all people, you never need to study and you always come out tops. About then, Effa and Nene passed, smiling and saying hello as they walked by. Since the day of disturbances, he and Effa had been friendlier. Sometimes the four of them, he, Answer, Nene and Effa, went to the hospital together, and Effa went to the hospital together. And Nene always said a short prayer. It always made him feel much better. Jimmy, striker, when did you and the witch start saying hello? Bayo laughed. It's not that bad really. Oh yet. Oh well, if you say so. See you at practice. Jimmy arrived practice late. Sholade, what was the matter with you? The football coach nerd. I'm sorry, sir, he said lamely. We have important matches coming up. I would kick you out of the team. Shut up. Get on the field. During practice, he kept missing passes. James, what's wrong with you? A teammate yelled in frustration. Don't know, he said, equally frustrated. Sholade, you are playing like a legless cockroach, the coach shouted from the sidelines. Don't worry, don't mind him. He's been going home to eat mama's food. Another teammate said innocently. This was too much. Jimmy pounced on the ball and they rolled on the floor, kicking and punching. The others had to drag them away. Sholade, get out of here. Frog, jump out, shouted the coach. Jimmy looked at the shocked faces of his teammates. He knew they were all wondering about his erratic behavior and he wanted to say he was sorry. Instead, he ran off. Sholade died on Saturday morning. It had rained heavily the night before, and on his way to the hospital, the city gutter were gurgling ominously. He was with her when she stopped breathing. He shouted for the doctor and the nurse. They rushed in and pushed him out. Later, the doctor explained to his father that they had done their best, but that the prognosis was very poor. His father put an arm around Jimmy's shoulder and said, We understand. We are very sorry, said the doctor. Jimmy was quiet, but it seemed as if he was watching everything from a distance. Someone was shouting, Mommy, Mommy. Jimmy wasn't sure if it was him. Their apartment had been full of visitors since then. Uncle Kazim, Aunt Memunat, Aunt Omotunde, and a host of other relatives that Jimmy half knew. Their oldest brother Femi arrived from the UK. He was smaller than Jimmy remembered, and he enfolded him in a bear hug. Femi had never done that before. Usually, he was dealing out blows for the slightest thing. Once, when Jimmy was small, Femi flung him through a staircase by accident. He claimed father had given Femi the beating of his life then. Now Femi sat in his expensive clothing and said, I can't believe this. Wally wandered in and out like a ghost. Jimmy kept expecting his mother to come and say something like, imagine them saying I was dead. What would you like to eat? It would never happen. She was buried in a private cemetery, and some of his school friends attended the funeral. The coffin made scrapping sound as it was allowed into the grave, and he couldn't see through the tears that blinded him. He moved off to a deserted part of the cemetery, wishing and praying it was all a bad dream and he would wake up. Please God, he choked. What could he say? He sank down to the ground. He heard footsteps behind him. It was Effa. I'm sorry, she said. She stood for a little while and then sat beside him. I don't know. I'm not close my mother, but I can see how much you loved yours. She went silent. She clasped his hand over hers. She tightened her fingers over his, and they sat quietly for what seemed like a long time until Nene and Answer came over. Your dad is looking for you, Answer said to Jimmy. Efra jumped up when she heard his voice and stared at her hands. Thanks, Jimmy said.